Howdy. Welcome to College Station, Texas, home of the Texas A&M Aggies, and tonight the lights are shining brightly on the home of the 12th man as this crowd is ready to gig 'em and get another season of Aggie football underway. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And the Aggies' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Line gets set, first down. Looking for room, it's Moss. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie. They're on the board first here in the season opener. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quickly out to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
Hey, just a great job by the defense. First down, the whole menu's open to the offense. They try to slip in the screen pass. They see it right away, get them on the ground for no gain.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Pressure coming. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a 1st down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He's up to 51 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Motion from the offense. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. All cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Safe completion on the screen. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Now on second down. They'll run play action. Got his man quickly. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip them in there and try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Unloads to the wideout. They intercept it. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Here come the Irish back on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts.
And they got him for the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The Irish send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the single back. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll open the second half with a run. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down against defense.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Wants to throw. It's Leonard. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here come the Irish, back on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He finds his man. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Try to get it on the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me?
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but still counts as a sack.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. They'll run the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and they'll turn it over on downs, and we're going to have a fight to the finish. 1st down for this offense. He's going to pass. On the move, he fires. Got it in the middle, it's Collins. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. This A&M defense is showing up with an attitude and ready to saw everybody's horns off.
I think it starts with those big bullies up front. And Texas high school football, you can find those guys, and they come to A&M, and you've seen them year after year after year. Big physical guys. Doesn't matter who's coaching the defense. They find those body types up front.
Catch in the middle. It's Evans. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. He wants to throw. Quarterback moving. He'll let one go down the right side.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. They've got the screen set up. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, but we've got less than a minute to go here. We've got to be more aggressive. We've got to take some shots and put some pressure on the defense.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fakes the grab on the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Handoff to the single back. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Setting up the screen. Touchdown, Aggies! And they grab the lead here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're bringing heat. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. 3rd down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. Makes his connection. Smashes through. Touchdown, Irish! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. They need this extra point to send it to double overtime.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. They'll try to pop the draw. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT. They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Going up top on first down. With the catch, it's Allen.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. With that, now a 2-point conversion away from triple overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fella